Hello everyone, this is Pro Pokétube. Welcome back to some more Ultimate Chicken Horse. Alright. This is... Whew. I'm warming up, because you've seen the first 6 levels. And now I'm bringing you to what I consider to be the hardest 4 levels that I've created. So scared that my squirrel doesn't even want to show itself. So I've loaded them up. You can get a preview of all their names. We're going to go from left all the way down to the right. I'm going to swing all the way down to here and then save the Sphinx Under Siege for last. These are what I consider the hardest ones, mainly because they integrate everything that you guys have been looking at up till now. So these are the ones that I consider the most complex, in other words. Let's just simplify it. So we're going to start with one that actually requires you to use the sound of your game. It's called Tide and Seek. Okay, welcome to Tide and Seek. So first of all, you might notice that these levels will be much larger. The Pier level is the newest one that they've added to this game, believe it or not. It was quite fun. I enjoy the concept of it. So basically, you just have this big part here at the top, and you start from the bottom here. And a giant wave, as I'll just show you, chases you as you try to go along. So now, obviously the wave in the water kills you. Without revealing too much, the object of this map is to get to the other side without dying to the wave. So I've actually designed this map completely, and I mean 100% completely, around that wave. So, you can probably notice that the map builds up quite high. That's because that's what you're going to have to use to get around the wave. So really, you're just trying to dodge through all the obstacles while dodging the wave. You're thinking, well, noob, why the heck would this be the easiest one of the 4? What have they done with the other maps? You'd be surprised. So, in my opinion, the reason why I find this to be the easiest is there are quite a bit of rest points. And to help you guys, I will give you a little hint. So right here, these 2 blocks on this side here, and all the way over here, actually shows you the water height. So what that means is if you're standing on top of these blocks, the water will not actually kill you. So your goal, while completing this map, is to try and figure out how to get through this map while utilizing that information about the water height. What you're also going to have to do is listen for the wave. The wave is quite loud, and has different sounds based on where it is on the map. The wave will make kind of a crashing sound as it passes by, as you'll hear in the video if you decide to watch me beat it. But essentially, you're going to want to listen for the wave to know when is a good time for you to jump down and go through the water and stuff like that. You can't jump into the water, you can't touch any part of the water, but it will go down. We'll have kind of a refractory period, so it'll come all the way over to here, kind of flood the bottom a bit, and then it'll go down for a little bit, and then it'll start from the other side again. So it'll always be moving from left to right. So this map really comes down to timing. Also, it says hi. See, aren't I clever when I'm giving you like the best rest point? This map is only winnable through this teleporter here to here. So essentially, you're gonna have to make your way all the way around here, get all the way up, time it out, beat the wave, aka Tide and Seek. Hopefully, this doesn't lag out too much. There are quite a bit of moving things, as well as the wave could get a little laggy. I'm hoping to beat this map. It's going to be a very tough map, though. At the same time, I'm not going to use any checkpoints. The reason being, this map kind of flows smoothly. Why is this... Oh my god, why is this here? Just move this right to here. That might be a very important thing for you guys to note right now. That moves to there. These should be in the right spot. I don't think anything else is out of place. I'm having to check this a lot lately because, for some reason, I don't know why. Why are these out of place? Oh dear. These should be right here. I don't know why, but now all of a sudden all the Ultimate Chicken Horse maps are bugging out, which kind of make me not want to make new ones. Or just much more simpler ones, which is kind of stupid in my opinion. I might have to wait for an update, but we're still doing this. You guys saw it's not much. You have to move that one down, or I think you will impale yourself while trying to jump over here. These ones should not be affected in any way, because you're not going that way, unless you decide to impale yourself on one of this fine selection of spikes laid down diagonally for you. So yeah, that's the map. Welcome to Tide and Seek. These next 4 videos will most likely need hours and hours and hours of time investment. But I am prepared. I am ready. I said I'd do this, and we're gonna do it. You know what? I've been having a lot of fun, despite the fact that I might be whining and not uploading these as consistently as I thought I would be. It's been pretty fun. I've been enjoying this series, so I hope you guys are as well. If you have any suggestions, definitely leave them in the comments section below. The code is there as well, and the number of attempts will be there too. If you're looking for a checkpoint, by the way, the only checkpoint I would probably suggest for you is placing it here. If you can fit it here, I can't remember if you can. Let's see if you can. You can. So put it here, and then put one right here. It's the easiest one I can give you. The rest of them kind of reveals the map. So once you figured out the map, I think you'll realize where you can put the teleporters yourself. It's pretty open to interpretation. If you want to put them at any points where it's out of water, then you could do that too. But I would say try this map. It's kind of like Mambo number 5, where it's like, it's more fun if you don't have, well, first of all, Mambo number 5 is almost impossible to do with checkpoints because you'll just get punched in the face by a whole bunch of plants. But this map, you have a lot of reprieve. So I would just say take your time, learn the patterns of the waves, and just work from there. That's going to be the most important, is learning the patterns of the waves and using the sound. So yeah, if you're not staying, thank you much for watching. For those of you who are staying, we'll see you on the other side, making it past this monstrosity. Till then, peace. That was a really good run. I'm going to start using the teleporter to get to that one bouncing part, because my finger is really starting to hurt. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm cramping up, guys. I'm having some bad cramps, okay? I've been recording for over an hour. My finger... I noticed that after doing the slaughterhouse, which was 412 tries, my finger was completely destroyed by the end of it. So to preserve my finger so that I can, function in everyday life, I'm just going to start using the teleporter. That was really cool. That was super smooth. So we're going to go back to that, and then we'll go from there. Thank you. Alrighty, did it, and I'm drowning. I'm keeping that in. Watch my squirrel drown over and over and over again. Yeah. Alright. That was, by the way, gotta show it. So at the checkpoint, we were at 166 tries. Believe it or not, once I started using the checkpoint, 176 deaths. Not that bad. 177 tries in total. I mean, this was starting to really hurt, because if you guys don't know, by the way, I use the keyboard. So that's probably one of the reasons why I'm unsuccessful at most of these games, including Risk of Rain. Yes, I use keyboard for Risk of Rain. I know it's suicide, but I do it, and I succeed. So this map, as you saw, was completely designed around the wave. This part, by the way, here, was probably the most fun thing I've ever built, because I wanted to make it so you still have to time it out with the wave and stuff like that. So, if you didn't notice, there are a lot of audio cues that you need to pay attention to in... there's a lot of audio cues you need to pay attention to in this map. If not, there are actually some visual cues you can also use. I'm going to go over those as efficiently as I can. So obviously you saw you have to get up to here to dodge the first wave. You really have to make a lot of precise jumps. This is probably one of the harder parts. Again, usually the way my maps go are hard in the beginning, pretty straightforward in the middle, and then the end has some kind of weird gimmick to it. This case, the gimmick is a whole bunch of these dropping panels. So the idea is you can technically wait at every respite point here. So you've got this is a respite, this is a respite, this is respite, this is not respite, this is respite, up here is respite, here is respite, I believe, up here is respite, like there's, and even, or sorry, respite, I should be saying respite, it's not respite, it's respite, whatever, either way. Even here, after the wave is passed, is respite, is all peace. It's all peaceful and hunky-dory. So the idea is you really have to time it out the wave to know how long it's going to take you to get through the thing. I actually took a risk here, I was chased by the wave, whereas you can actually just wait after the wave passes here. Let this thing drop to the bottom and then fall through and go all the way through. But you saw, just in case you can't use audio or for whatever reason, these block your way on purpose. You cannot jump through these. I've designed it by the time you get up here, they are completely in the way. You cannot jump in between the middle of them. Now, for people who actually didn't watch this, you'll notice that the surfboard was booby-trapped like that on purpose because I want people to figure out, well, what does the wave do? It basically accentuates the fact that the wave is controlling this map. And it does, because if you don't watch the wave, it will take you out at every point. I force you to dip in and out between the waves while trying to climb up and get away from it. So it's kind of funny that way. But I think the biggest thing that I can tell you to do for this map is just really learn the pattern of the wave, learn the speed of the wave. In the beginning is probably the fastest point in which you're going to be chased by the wave. After that, most of the time, the worst mistake you can probably make is just rushing. Once the wave passes you, you can just get past it. That's pretty much all you have to do. This part here took a little bit of building, by the way. You have to drop right about here to here, and then drop to about here, and then jump over and bounce your way up. If you hit too low, you might actually hit, once you hit this, you're going to hit your head on this. So, just watch out for that. But yeah, like I said, you can really time it out against the wave, so the wave is always either behind you or is just past you. Which is fine. That was the idea of the map, as well as with a lot of precise jumping. Not as precise as something like the Slaughterhouse, or as what's the other one? Like Mamba number 5, like not as precise, but it does force you to use some very precise jumping, especially near the end here. You do need to make a very clean 1, 2, 3 all the way up. Oh, by the way, you should never die here, because if you hit it from this corner, you will die. You have to hit it from this corner here to go down and over. What else is there? So any visual cues, these will move out of the way. That's how you know when there is no sound. Also, if you noticed, this teleporter deactivates when the wave is actually going through it. So that's kind of a neat interaction. So if you, I don't know if you watched, but go back and watch. When I was up here, if you listen to the wave, I can't see the wave, but I saw the teleporter turn off. So I knew that the wave was just passing that point. That's how I know to time it. And then as you hear the water kind of subside, that's when you know the water is going to go down. That's when this is clear. You can only get through this when the water has cleared, by the way. There's no other way around it. You can't jump in any way. You will get flooded because it goes higher than this. Because this is respite. This is where the water level is going to be around here. It's going to drown these blocks. Other than that, the coins are optional. It's just showing that the coins are doable, clearly. Yeah, I mean, this is super fun. I really like this map. I liked how there was actually a map where I can really abuse the build of it and turn it into something that extended it, right? Because when you look at this map originally, because the thing was, I was trying to think, like, can I make him, like, stay? I wanted to go from teleporter to teleporter to teleporter and then make you fight the waves. The thing is, the wave is all the way down here. I'm like, well, you know what? Either I can avoid the wave completely and build a really boring map that just lets a wave go underneath you nonstop, or I can literally take this as an opportunity to try and abuse a map mechanic and make people play around it, and that's what I went with. So, hence you got Tide and Seek. Also, you might have some starts here where you might start underneath this. It's a bug in the map. What all you have to do is, again, switch it up, switch it here. It'll put you back in the right spot. This spot here and this spot here are both very doable to get through the map. Spawning here is extremely difficult. You have to make a really good jump. At that point, I didn't even count that as deaths. I had an easy 40 resets. Just because of those bugs. So, don't worry about it. It's not a permanent break. Also, sometimes if you die all the way over here, the camera will snap really quickly, but the problem is the wave's already started while the camera's making its way, panning back here. So you might just want to reset just to get your camera to reset over here. Just so you're not confusing yourself at the beginning of the map. I had that a few times where I tried to beat and be like, whoa, it's moving too quick for me, man. I can't do it. So, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hide and Seek. Hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly enjoyed it. I might actually be using... I said I wouldn't use any checkpoints, but I think I'm going to. One, for the sake of saving time for recording, and two, also because it's really hurting my finger. It's a lot of platforming, man. My fingers are used to MOBAs, so they're used to making those types of movements, but holding down the button while trying to time out really precise jumps does take a toll on the fingers. So I'm just taking it easy. I'm sure most of you guys are watching this for the fun, or, you know, just to get the tips and tricks. So if you want to see parts broken down, hey, that might even be easier for you guys. Yep, that's it. Hide and Seek, ladies and gentlemen. Have an excellent day. We'll see you on the next one. Till then, peace.